Ladies and gentlemen, every morning across this nation, millions of American families wake up inside a system that demands everything from them and gives almost nothing back. This is not rhetoric. This is not exaggeration. This is the documented reality of life for the majority of the United States. And yet, standing above this struggle is an elite class that has never lived inside the system they claim to understand. They speak with confidence about how to fix Americans' problems, even though they have never once experienced the conditions that define the lives of the ordinary Americans. One of the clearest examples comes from our president, who stated publicly that he alone can fix it, and that nobody knows the system better than him, which is why he alone can fix it. His exact words were, "Nobody knows the system better than me, which is why I alone can fix it." I'm not a great impersonator, so I apologize, but that's an exact quote. These are his words, recorded, verified, and widely stated. And here's the factual content. Pull up my notes. Donald J. Trump has never lived in the economic system that governs the lives of most Americans. He was born into an upper middle class to wealthy households in Queens, New York. His father, Fred Trump, was already a multi-millionaire real estate developer. Trump grew up in Jamaica Estates, one of the most affluent neighborhoods in Queens, attended private schools, and entered adulthood with access to capital and family backing. He received $1 million, which was a small loan from his father, which he publicly referred to as small, along with additional financial support and inherited wealth. This is not opinions. These are documented facts from public financial records, investigative reporting, and Trump's own statements. Now, contrast that with the lived reality of the American people. This is not just him, but a lot of people in his group. According to the National Affordable Research, 52% of American families cannot afford the true cost of living in their own communities. That's over half of the American people are struggling just to meet basic needs, everyday needs. The USDA reports that 18.3 million households experienced food insecurity last year. 7.2 million households faced very low food security, meaning meals were skipped, portions were cut, and hunger became a daily reality. Like, we don't eat 2 meals a day because we've gotten used to it. We're not hungry anymore. The Harvard Joint Center for Housing Studies reports that 37.1 million households are cost-burdened by housing, and 17.6 million are severely cost-burdened, spending over half their income just to keep a roof over their heads. These are the numbers, folks. The Federal Reserve reports that 1 in 4 Americans skipped medical care last year because they couldn't afford it. Healthcare premiums for the lowest price ACA Silver plan has risen over 40% since 2017, while wages have not kept up pace. Childcare costs have risen 40%, rent has risen 50%, home prices have risen 80%, groceries have risen 32%, but where have the wages risen to match? The system the American people live in. This is the system that the elite do not live in. This is the system some claim they alone can fix despite never have living it. This is not about attacking wealth. It's about acknowledging reality, though. It's about recognizing that you cannot understand a system you have never experienced. You cannot speak for the struggles of the working class when you've never been working class. You cannot claim to fix a system that you never once applied to you. Scripture tells us that the love of money is the root of all evil, not money itself, but the love of it. The obsession with it, the worship of it. the constant need for it. And we see the consequences of that love in a nation where the wealthy are insulated from the hardships that define the lives of the ordinary Americans. A nation where the elite can claim to understand the system while never having lived under its weight. A nation where those with the most power are often the furthest removed from the people they claim to represent. The American people are not asking for miracles, they're asking for honesty. They're asking for leaders who understand the system because they've lived in it, not above it. They're asking for countries where the well-being of families matter more than the wealthy of the elite. A nation cannot thrive when half its families are drowning. A democracy cannot survive when wealth becomes a shield against reality. And a society cannot call itself moral when children go hungry, while billionaires debate which tax shelter to use next. An American family deserves better. And the truth deserves to be spoken clearly, factually, and without apology.